The lair. Lair of Food. Brilliant lights float upward from the chasm before you. Idona has something to say. So Jaina, do you trust me? Of course, Idona. Good, that will make our next task easier. What do you ask of me? My brother and I would come here when we were younger and we found this place. There seems to be some force that lightens things above the abyss. We would throw stones across the pit, seeing how far they would reach. I think I know where this is going. Yes, Jaina, there's a way across the pit that we must take. It is simple but requires great faith. Jump. Very well. Watch me first, okay? You don't really need to jump much, just balance and maintain your forward motion. I'll be watching you closely, as always.
Hello there.
Well, that went fairly well. God damn it. Treasure. Rod of Ultimate Defense middle piece. I has all the pieces. So how do you sort of use these? Seriously, how the... Gonna use the middle piece? You assemble the Rod of Ultimate Defense. It's a major magic staff. On hit, activate item, difficulty class 26. Usable by sorcerer and wizard, unique power self only, 3 hits per day. It is said that the ancient god Tyche carried this mighty rod during the dawn of Cataclysm. The powers have diminished during its sundering, but strong magic still remains for those knowledgeable enough to wield it. The rod has 2 primary powers. It can be used to strike out at one's enemies, rendering their attacks useless for a time. It can also be used on oneself, creating a series of defensive shields that will protect the wielder from most attacks. 3 uses per day. You probably need to equip it before you can use it. Either way. We have the ultimate defense. Having problem with the door? Get clear of the door. It's time to use the big key. That seemed to do the trick. Indeed it did. Hmm, something odd about this. This door is magically sealed, a yellow glow coming from its surface. To your right is a large pit with water down below. Something floating on the surface catches your eye. There's a bottle there. Message in a bottle. I'm writing this note in hopes that someone might find it and word of my discoveries may someday reach my superiors. My name is Flavin MacMaris, an explorer for the Waterdeep Council of Antiquities. I was sent in the year 1372 to investigate the dwarven keep of Wreathguard. According to our records, a breach to the world of dreams took place there in ages long past. Recently, strange lights have appeared in the towers again. I met with Herrick, the town leader, who took me into the depths of the keep. He seemed distracted, annoyed at my presence, but agreed to guide me. I had asked about the floating lights, and he promised to show me the source. Through dark passages we walked, endless corridors quickly confusing my sense of direction. We stopped at a final chamber, light streaming from a ragged gap in the floor. Lights began to coalesce into a shape known in the darkest tomes of the council's library. I turned to run, but Herrick gripped my wrist in a powerful grasp. Before me stood one of the rulers of the dream world, known as an elder god to the ancient peoples of the deep. I knew my life to be forfeit, and I found my limbs invigorated with the strength of the doomed. With a sudden motion I broke free and ran madly away. How many minutes or hours passed I do not know, but I found myself coming to full awareness far from my recognizable passage. Now I fear I am cut off from any possible escape. Twice I have heard the flapping of webbed feet against cold stone and caught a glimpse of an amphibious shape peering into the darkness. I have finished the last of my fresh water, so I'm hoping the nearby drain is connected to the outside ocean. May whoever find this note please take it to the attention of the Waterdeep Council of Antiquities as they... I hear footsteps again, so I shall send this now before it is too late. Hmm. What exactly am I supposed to do with some kind of an ancient god? Red glow. Yellow, red. Okay. Several pipes feed into the floor of this chamber, though their purpose is unknown. Okay. 3 switches. White. There's nothing special about the subject, right? So, white, yellow, red, white, purple. Though pained, the great dragon before you raises her eyes and meets your gaze. Her scales are dull, stained with years of neglect. Her once proud wings have been mangled and twisted, and strange magical shackles hold her in place. Damn, looks like you aren't going anywhere. Deep within her throat a strange sound emerges. You realize she is laughing, though it soon transforms into ragged caws. What is wrong? Long have I known despair, learning the feel of the word in my claws and the taste in my mouth. It is bitter, stranger, and only sweet hope has allowed me to survive. over these long years, but I forget my manners. I am growing thunder, daughter of endless journey. By what name are you known? Well met. I'm Jaina. It's an honor to meet you. The pleasure is mine, Jaina. Your presence here is a great opportunity, perhaps for both of us. I would suggest a sharing of knowledge in order to best choose a course of action. That's a fine idea, I agree. Go ahead, Jaina. Who bound you here? That is a long tale, beginning with a dream and ending in chains. It was the time of troubles, and my mate of many years was slain as wild magics wrecked the realms. I was with child, my belly growing full. A dream of freedom and soaring came to me, drawing me from my lair and promising freedom in a place far afield. In my pain, I gave in to temptation. Across the sea I soared until I found myself in Redguard Keep. It seemed a suitable place to raise my offspring, so I settled down for a long rest. The first night I was visited by a figure bathed in light, promising great riches in exchange for my assistance. It seemed the madness released across Doral had weakened powerful seals that were meant to hold her for eternity, letting entities long forgotten slip once again into our world. The powers of a dragon are great, and I was well trained in the arts. I could sense the immense strength behind the offer. Should I have accepted, I would be the greatest worm of the ages, and the shadow of my wings would cover the world in darkness. But the simple life has always caught my greatest pleasure. To soar in open air, riding thermals until the air grows thin, that is what I wish. The power offered to me that day compared poorly to such things. I refused. When I awoke from my sleep, I found myself bound. The chains about my legs extend beyond the material realms, linking my very soul to the timeless world of the other. My strength and magics were sapped from my body, leaving me teetering on the brink of death. I gave birth in such a state, shielding my son from detection as best I could. All these years my captor has taken my magic and twisted it to serve his needs. Though my child is safe, he cannot leave the keep. I have told him what I know, but I fear it is not enough to break free of his prison. My strength fades, and I cannot shield them for much longer. Further, I fear the time of the other may be near. I can sense his strength growing. It is a tragic tale, my lady dragon. Perhaps I could right this grave injustice, and you could help me reach Evermead. Should you wish to reach Evermead, you will have to travel on the back of my son. But he cannot leave the keep until the other is defeated and the barriers have fallen. Only then will they be free to take you from here. Tell me what you know of the entity that bound you. It is an entity that goes by many names. The Prince of Dreams, the Elder God, the Other. They are all lies, yet
true as well. I know it is a being that comes from a realm near to ours, yet foreign in its strangeness. It is felt that our minds touch upon it during sleep when it is most vulnerable to suggestion. Those who dwell within that realm can send us visions of beauty or nightmares beyond imagining.
Right.
Any ideas on how to kill it? Its power is great, but not absolute. I believe it may have bound itself to a physical body, providing a greater foothold in this world at the cost of increased vulnerability. Slay that body, and it would become greatly weakened.
Where can I find this other?
I can feel his presence to the east. You should be able to return through this passage behind me, then take the hallway to the east. Be wary, however. Things move about the keep that I only dimly sense from my prison.
I'll go now and find this other you spoke of.
Jaina, do you think the thing we go to fight might be somehow tied up with my father's troubles?
I think it might be, Donna. Are you ready to do what you must?
I've lost all of my family except for my father. Would you ask me to fight my own flesh and blood?
It may be that what we fight is not your father, though it may look like him.
Perhaps you are right. I sometimes feel that the father I once knew is long dead.
I'm sorry, Donna, but we must leave now. Right. Still, these doors don't seem to have anything to do with what we must do. So what are they for? Blue, green and red. So I'm supposed to uh, reproduce the colors to open the doors, I guess. Red glow coming from the surface. You bathe in the strange gas, small glowing particles stick into your skin. The gas particles lift from your skin and flow into the door. Unbelievable. What does this do? When a strike has been successful made against an opponent, it leaves a charge circling their head. When the third and final charge is placed, it explodes in tremendous fury. Tremendous sword. This is so common with this adventure, or this guy's adventures. A lot of like a lot of testing through different type of mechanics. I played through quite a few of these custom-made adventures, and mostly while they're very good and fun adventures, there's not nearly to this level of, I suppose, imagination and testing of different type of mechanics and how they might work. Medium armor, +3. Might be a replacement for what we have. This is a medium armor 2, 4 bonuses, armor and maximum dexterity. We have +2 dexterity. Yeah, it's 4 plus 3. It's basically the same, except one better. Also golden color, so I'm okay with this. I'm a golden god. Excellent. Or goddess, rather. What were the others? Purple and white. Arrow of Cow polymorphic. DC 22. Most powerful enchantment has been cast on these arrows. Should the target fail to save against the power of the magic, they will be transformed into a cow for a time. Again. New things. A little bit of pocket change. Right. This was once a storage room, with rotting boxes piled around the chamber. Something massive moves beneath the keep. A worm! Um, it's in some kind of a
You just
hole,
follow
and
me
there's
and stay
another
close.
wheel there, so I'm gonna use it.
Fair enough.
Can I turn it? Sludge to the rescue. Eric. So, Idona, you finally made it, and I see you brought company.
Father, what is going on here? We have seen things, horrible things. Tell me you are not behind all of this. Yes, Eric. Do tell Idona what is happening here. I'm curious as to what your answer may be.
Ah, Jaina, so pleasant to meet you, in the flesh as it were. Well met.
You have much explaining to do, Eric. Start now.
Before you get too testy, why don't you take a moment to walk about? What? Having a little problem? Oh my, that will make your interrogation a bit difficult. Perhaps you could frighten me with harsh language. I do so hate that.
My father has no power such as this. Who are you? What have you done with my father?
I'm surprised it took you so long to puzzle it out, Idona.
Your father has been gone for some time now. His anger at what the Luskans did to his village made him easy prey. Little by little I invaded his mind, until now there is nothing left. You are the dreamer, aren't you? Show your true face. So naive you are, Jaina. There is not one dreamer, but many. The one you call the dreamer is my brother and my enemy. We are princes of our realm, and we both seek dominion over this world. In fact, I am beginning to believe your coming to this place was not an accident. Do you admit to being in league with my crafty brother?
Um, we are getting, as I sort of suspected, some kind of offers to ally ourselves with these creatures. I've been sort of, from time to time, thinking about it. How would I react? And I'm sort of, yeah, I'm very evil, self-centered, selfish person. However, what they're offering is servitude, and what I'm seeing, what they've basically done to all their servants is they're basically dominating them, and that I I feel that's no better than slavery. Uh, so I think it would be in my nature to rebel against that. Any kind of subservience or alliances would be for show only. However, so I could basically be in a better position to screw them over later. However, I don't know, I don't trust the module to allow me to do that. So I'm not going to accept their offers. I have no interest in becoming some kind of a subservient slave to a mind controlling, brain eating power. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a no on that, even though they might promise me power. I mean, I have examples too that people who are, or creatures who have accepted that powerful creatures have basically been fucked over one way or another. So I don't think so. I feel it's a stupid thing to do. It's like trusting the offer of someone who is fundamentally untrustworthy and deceitful. Yeah, they might keep, you might get what you want, but it's still an incredibly stupid thing to do to rely on that they keep their word. They might, but I don't think it's out of any principle to keep their word. It's only because it might be in their best interest at the moment. At the same time, they're going to fuck me over at the moment it's in their best interest. So it's just not someone or something I would want to be subservient to. I still don't like our options. I can basically uh, say I'm open to serving this one, or I will never align with something so evil. But I'm choosing the never ally, but not because they're evil, just because I don't imagine enjoying a life of slavery to a mind controlling creature.
I thought not, though you may serve him in ways that you do not yet know. His skill at manipulating events to his liking is legendary, and I would not put it past him to bring you before me. But I cannot see how you would be any danger to me. Your powers are greater than most in this realm, but far below those of my own. If there are two of you, so be it. I shall slay you and your brother after. It is clear you are a blight on the face of Toril, and I shall wipe your taint clean.
Well, let's not go into that intimate area.
Such bravery, but it is all for naught. You live only at my pleasure, and I'm afraid I'm beginning to become bored with you. I have a world to conquer, and you are nothing more than an amusing diversion. I shall not allow you to wear my father's skin like a puppet. He was not without flaws, but he did not deserve this fate. I swear by Cosset's flame that I shall slay you this day. Oh, Idona, so like your mother you are. You see, I have the memories of Herrick available to me. I know all your strengths and weaknesses. There is nothing you can do that may hurt me.
Guess she threw her sword. Good throw.
You shall pay for what you have done.
One of the candles on the pentagram goes out. Ooh. Do I need to kill him multiple times? Prince of Dreams. Fucking... Jesus Christ. Camera controls. Near the dwarven statue, waves of serenity wash over you. This obviously magical pool is filled with an opaque, viscous liquid. The tingle of immense power radiates from the pool, and simply being near it fills you with a sense of divine will. An engraving on the side of the pool explains its purpose. Infused with the essence of immortal Tyr himself, the pool of righteous energy will recover any relics lost by those who act in service of the just God. Small donation to honor. So it's is this a shop? We probably can't do it now.
All right, crew. Let's take them
I'm going to
down.
taunt him. Target must be aware of you. Why wouldn't he be aware of me? No, he has to be aware of me. He's attacking
Is
me.
that the best you can do?
I shall
Taunt your soul for eternity. Maybe so, but I taunted you successfully first. Another candle, the pentagram goes up. Dispel magic. I basically lost all my legal protections. Another Prince of Dreams. Deadlier than the previous one. I'm reluctant to use the better summon creature spell simply because he's using some kind of a dispel when he dies. So I'll basically, I think, lose it. And killing a weakling like that's not worth it. That said, I could probably use some kind of an aid. Maybe just potions. Can't you taunt him?
Is that the best you can do?
He's very easily taunted. A little bit of healing, please. Less water. Right. Seriously need a heal or two.
Is that the best you can do?
He's very easy to taunt, that's why I'm doing it, and it gives him. It makes him trivially easy for me to hit. Another candle goes down.
Is that the...
Yeah, even with basically critical failure, I'm still successful in taunting him. Might be, but that taunt attempt was still terrible. Ooh. Why is he getting critical hits constantly? You son of a bitch. How am I supposed to react to that?
Is that the...
Not a bad fighter, but it's also not a. It's fairly easy to hit. I'm being bit unlucky with my dice rolls. Final candle goes out.
Please, we've got to get out of here.
Right. Go.
Jaina, please, help get me out of here. Hold on, let me get that armor off and drag your sorry ass out of here. Jaina, I'm here, Idona. That thing, the one that took my father, it's dead now, right? Your vengeance is complete, Idona. All dues are paid in full. Good. I'm just sorry. We never had a chance to know each other better. I'm sorry too, Idona. You're a good woman.
Can I loot her? It's the same conversation. Right? Are you gonna be knocked on your feet there for long? Greetings. I'm Dawn Singer, child of growing thunder. May I ask your name?
The name's Jaina. Good to meet you, Dawnsinger.
Well met. You have done a great service today. Since birth I have been bound to this castle hidden by my mother's magic. Now that the other has fallen,
The barriers have dissipated and I am free to go. I'm sorry about your mother. Did she survive? She did not, Jaina. Her last actions were to guide me safely from the keep, a blazing spirit lighting the path to freedom. I am sorry. She was a noble dragon. Our kind grieves in its own way. For now my anger and pain serve me. My mother communicated this need of yours. Tell me more of it. I am to travel to Evermead, far to the west. There's a message of great importance that I must deliver. Very well. Climb on my back and we shall be on our way. Excellent. It is good to finally make progress. Yay! Jaina, take heed. In the distance I can see several vessels upon the water. They seem to be flying in a flag used by Luskan pirates, if I remember my mother's description correctly. Your mother spoke of Luskan? Yes, she told me much of the wide world in hopes that I would someday find freedom. So what do you hope to do about these pirates? Let's try to avoid them and engage in combat only if necessary. Should they attack, you will find my breath and claw quite effective at dissuading them. That is good to know. Let's be off. Yeah. Don't, Jesus Christ, it took something like this for ages to be implemented in something like a Skyrim too. Seem to be fairly far away. Technically I'm polymorphed to be this creature, so it's just a model. Can I fight these? It's it's hard to so I need to right. I can't target them. I just want to know how much they last, how dangerous they are, and the like. But I'm not getting anything out of this, which is fine. We're not here to fight. Open sea. Jaina, there are more pirates ahead. How many ships do they have? Not ships this time. There are a series of tiny islands ahead, occupied by men wearing blood sailor uniforms. There is a tower in the distance as well, though it is harder to see. We'll get to our destination, though we may have to toast a few along the way. But I'm not sure where we are supposed to go. I'll try to go into the corner simply to avoid fighting. Can I sneak? Well, technically I can sneak fly. I don't think so. Pirate, small pirates. They don't have strong attacks. Probably because you're going to have to rely on your character. Not all characters are fighters with good armor class, so it would be very hard to survive with some kind of a really shitty spellcaster. We're near Evermead. Griffin Rider. Old stranger, none may enter the sky above Evermead without express permission from the crown. I'm Jaina Crown, and I bear a message of utmost importance for Queen Amlaril.
Jaina, we thought you lost at sea. Follow me at once. Your friends await. All shall be explained when you arrive.
Friends?
Epilogue.
She comes. I can feel it.
Yes, she has taken care of my brother. Now there is no one that can stand against me. I shall begin the ritual, my master. Indeed, I have slept long enough. Ah,
I greet you.
welcome to Leuthelspar, Jaina, the greatest city of Evermead.
What is happening here? The noise of battle is all around us.
Something has struck deeply at the heart of our island sanctuary. For days now, magic has gone awry and strange beasts attack our strongholds.
Great. Out of the frying pan and into the fire.
I'm sorry you must see our fair city in such a state. We must get to the palace at once, as Queen Amlarul wishes to speak with you.
One moment. Dawnsinger, what will you do?
You are gracious to think of me, Jaina. I find myself in the middle of a battlefield. Perhaps I can lend these Kudels my breath and claw. It does seem as if they may need the help.
Hmm. Works for me. Roast a few of them for me, Rido.
It is good to fly and hunt again. I shall do as you suggest.
Shall we go now, Elras?
Yes, we should leave at once, as there seems to be a lull in the attacks at the moment. Be wary of the flyers, as they can reach us here on the battlements.
Okay, let's go.
Adventure Ho! Fires burn in the nearby trees and broken cobblestones litter the walkway.
Never have I seen the guardian trees burn. Here comes another wave.
Do I want to take part in that? Dark Sentinel. Regenerate. Ooh. I don't know if I want to take part in that. I mean, what would I have to gain? I'm sure. I'm sure I'll get my fair share of the fighting. And now we come to the once beautiful Moonstone Palace.
Looks like it's seen better days.
It has indeed, Jaina. You must hurry in. You must hurry in quickly, as the Queen awaits. I believe she is briefing the defenders of Evermead at this moment, so your arrival is well timed. May Corellin guide your way.
Goodbye, Elras.
Uh, I'm sure they'll give me a chance to rest. Moonstone Palace. Meeting Hall. The fountain before you is designed with elegant beauty, an oasis of hope in the chaos of war. Well, well, you finally made it. The party almost started without you.
Weren't expecting me, eh, Nubo? Thought you could take all the loot for yourself.
I wouldn't have dreamed of it, Jaina. Well, perhaps I dreamed, but you made it fairly clear that our partnership continues to be of value to me. Any difficulties getting here?
Not really. Stripped naked, thrown in a trap-strewn pit, killed a being from another plane and convinced a dragon to give me a ride here. You?
I thought I smelled dragon sweat. Well, I give you points for style, but the briefing is already underway. We should head to the meeting hall to the north. The Queen is making plans, and I'm sure we'll find a way to convince her to use our services.
Fine, fine. Let's go and save the day again. Never thought this hero business would be so lucrative.
Uh, how good are you? She has a flaming sword, Nubel's evil sword. Neutral evil, level 10 fighter, uh, extra fire damage, good attacks. Improved critical. He can basically use anything, which really doesn't matter because he has the longsword only. Right.
Ah, Aira and Anira, Elven warriors.
The last aerial patrol we sent out hasn't reported back.
That makes 3. I will not waste the lives of our people in such way again.
We must know what is happening. Without knowledge of our enemy, we cannot strike effectively.
I believe there is one who may be able to tell us. Jaina Crown, please come forward and speak with me.
Well met.
Everyone, this is Jaina. I believe she has met the enemy we face, bringing news from across the Sea of Swords to deliver a message. You face 2 enemies. Archmage Aerint is one you probably know. I believe him to be responsible for bringing about the events you see today, though I do not think him our biggest threat. We sent a message to Lord Peer Gyran about the Archmage, though it seems our warnings were too late. He was a researcher in ancient cults, and it appears his interest overcame his better judgment. The Archmage has unleashed a more dangerous adversary, a creature known as the Dreamer. I know little about him, save that he can shape the dreams of others. The Dreamer! I shall have our archivist search for what we can, though I have not heard of this. That is the essence of what I have learned. Now tell me, what has happened to Evermead? 2 nights ago, strange dreams troubled the minds of every elf in this island. On this island. When morning broke, magic appeared to have gone awry, with even the most simple spells causing unpredictable results. Our sages were troubled, thinking perhaps that the days of wild magic had returned. I was told of strangers arriving in port and held an audience with your friends. The message they delivered suggested that our current situation was more dire than originally guessed. As our normal communication was disrupted, I dispatched aerial patrols to assess the situation. The first few patrols returned back safely, reporting strange changes across the land. Unknown beasts roamed the forests, and the trees themselves seemed to call out in agony. These changes seemed centered around the summer palace at the Lake of Dreams. Recent patrols have failed to return, and strange flyers attack even our precious Doodlespar. There seems but one course of action available to us. We must launch an assault against the summer palace itself and drive out this dreamer that has taken residence there. I shall be happy to go along with the attack, milady. I'm glad you are here to help us, Jaina. You must have many questions. We'll feel free to ask what you wish.
Hmm.
Is there any place around here where I can resupply?
I'm low on healing. I have healing kits in my backpack, but I'd like some, if I can, some proper potions. Healing kits would be better if I had more wisdom.
Of course, Jaina. To the east are some of our supply officers. Here is some gold that you can use to purchase what you need.
1,000.
My thanks, milady. Let's speak of something else. You said something about magic not working right. Yes, Jaina. While most enchanted items seem to work properly, the portals we rely on for easy transport around Evermead have grown dark. At times spells will work fine, at other times disastrous results occur. What would be causing this? I am one of the more powerful mages on our island, and even I have never seen such a thing. It feels almost as if a mythal has been cast over Evermead, strangely twisted as if by touch of a nightmare. That doesn't sound good. There is more. I'm afraid you may see and encounter things along your journey that do not rightly belong here. Already we have seen strange beasts flying to attack our most precious cities. I fear there will be more abominations that block our assault on Summer Palace. I see. Well, another question perhaps.
I do need to rest too.
I would like to know more about the Summer Palace. The Summer Palace rests on the Lake of Dreams. It is where I go to find what solitude I can, away from advisors and business of the city. The palace is a beautiful place, wrought of crystal and jewels, but there is a secret to the place as well, one that I feel I should share with you. What is it? It is commonly believed that the elves constructed the Summer Palace, even among our people, but that is not entirely true. On the day of birthing long ago, the great High Magi gathered to cast a spell to create a glorious elven homeland. The spell went awry in a way that is now known as the Sundering. The one land was shattered, thousands of elves died from the waves that scarred the earth, and Evermead was born from the sea. When the elves explored Evermead for the first time, they found an ancient structure on the Lake of Dreams. It was covered in seaweed and smelled of brine, seemingly risen from the sea floor with the rest of the island. At first our people shunned the lake and the strange fortress, and those who slept near it reported foul dreams. Over time the mysterious fortress began to change, embodying the beauty and grace of our people. What were once vile dreams was replaced by peaceful slumber. Within the span of 100 years, the Summer Palace as we know it was born. Sounds too good to be true. The memories of even our kind fades over time. The Sundering took place 24,000 years ago, and such details are left only to sages. It is a place of great beauty, and though I had heard the story, I thought it one of myths that surrounded the place. What exactly would my role be in this attack? If all goes well, you shall be assisting Captain Bellador in an advisory role. You are the only person who has had dealings with this dreamer, and I feel your knowledge will be useful during the journey to the Summer Palace. I have found that things rarely go well in such endeavors.
Not necessarily, but things rarely go as planned.
Should anything happen to the captain, I ask that you take command. I understand that leadership may be new to you, yet I feel your skills are invaluable to our effort. As long as your soldiers do as I ask, we won't have any problems. I'm afraid you will find none else are seen with distrust on our isolated island. Leading the defenders of Evermead would be a difficult task, so it is best if Bellador remains in command.
Right.
I've had a long day. Is there any place to sleep? Noble Anders can show you the way, Jaina. Return in the morning and we can prepare more for the journey ahead. Very well, I shall see you then.
Well, Jaina, you look a bit like something the cat dragged in.
That may be so. In the meantime, just point me in the general direction of a warm bed and beat.
Sounds like a plan, my friend. Follow me.
Lead the way.
I do want to visit the shop. There seems to be 6 small rooms there. Right, Grunar.
Well met.
Oronar. I'm Oronar, Watcher of the Moonstone Palace. My normal duties have been put aside for the duration of the emergency, however. Now I assist in supplying the departing troops. Yeah, can you just show me the wares? I'm not changing my boots. The haste is way too good. I do want the gloves. Lesser guns of ogre. I could use ambidexterity. Do you have any belts? Ooh, cloak of movement, immunity to cold resist dark vision, sort of shit. I think I would like to buy the cloak of movement if I have the cash for it. Fire resistance, wood elves. This is probably spell resistance, right? Okay.
Well met.
I do need to see the prices of things. 10,000, fantastic prices. What about
Well
you?
met.
Spells. Wand of Healing. Cure critical wounds. 25 uses. Might be worthwhile. Still very expensive though. Wand of Raging Skies. Immunity to electrical. Lightning Bolt. 3 uses per day. Fireball. Regeneration. Single use. Bark Skin. Dispel magic. Nature's balance. Summon creature 8. Scrolls. Yes. I need maybe more summoning power. No. Need to see. We need to basically sell a lot of stuff. See what our funds are at that point. These are great shopkeepers both. Doesn't matter who we use. I don't see any real point in storing stuff at this point. Okay, we have about 40,000. Certain type of spells. I'll take invisibility. We probably don't need knock and the like. I'm taking summon creature 9. We can definitely start using that. Maybe haste on a scroll. We could haste on someone else. It would only last for 5 rounds though. Flowable haste. Not of much use. Still have 38,000 left. Do you want potions? Yeah, I think I'll probably take a couple of cure critical wounds. I'd rather have full heals at this point, but you'll take what you can get.
Well met.
What exactly do we have? Immunity to fear and protection from mind affecting. Armor bonus +2. Armor bonus +3. No, no, no.
Well met.
Important stuff would be the gloves. We don't have gloves. I'm thinking cloak of movement to protection, freedom cannot be tied down by any means. Although +5 versus evil, deflection modifier, and we're probably mostly going to encounter evil. But there are other things besides that. I'll take the cloak of movement. Need gloves. +1 strength is pathetic. However, it still increases my carry weight, and that's a bit of a problem. So, right, 17 pounds extra carry weight. Not the best thing ever, but still useful. Anything else? I have 18,000 left. Armors. Fairly dull stuff. We might go for a ring change. Ring of protection +2 is weak. We can I'll buy a ring of protection +3. I'm thinking of taking the amulet of fire resistance. It's we probably won't need it, but it's 20 points fire block, so we get some kind of a heavy fire using enemy. It's better to have the ability to block the fire damage than have a couple of extra point protection in armor class. Right. We at this point we still have to start using the summon scrolls. Like really, 4. I can leave 2, let's say 2 as a backup. But in any kind of serious fighting, we can just where we have a summon, we can summon a 9th level creature instead of a direwolf. That's something we can rely on if everything else fails. Well, time for bed.
I can't believe how sore I am. I have pains in muscles I didn't even know about.
Someday you'll have to tell me about your ride over the sea.
Someday, Noble, but for now, sweet, blissful sleep awaits.
Yeah, good luck with that. Fuck. We appear to be surrounded by an endless void. The echoes of the dam faintly in the background. Warms the heart, doesn't it? Perhaps a heart as black as yours, Noble. This is a dream, right? Like the kind you told me of before?
I think so. Stay sharp, as I suspect we may be in danger.
I will, Jaina. Right. Maybe in danger. And I still didn't get to rest. Shit. Can I rest here?
Ah,
Right. This is gonna be a bit tricky because our opponent seems to be influencing us to dreams, and he's very good at manipulating people. So I think we have to be extra careful with what we experience.